What is the difference between the auras of Ultra Instinct Sign and Complete Ultra Instinct? What do they mean and what do they symbolize? Well, in this video we're decoding this and more, so
stay tuned.
So let's start off with Ultra Instinct Sign. In this initial stage of the Ultra Instinct technique, a blue-white mystical aura surrounds the user in a tight fashion. There are three distinct colours that can be seen in the anime version: white, blue and purple. These combine and surround Goku in a peaceful manner, whilst sparkling particles like sequins travel across his exterior. The point at which Goku's body ends and the air begins is where the aura is concentrated the most. This may serve as a physical barrier, preventing external influences from affecting the mind. The aura is calm, gently flowing out from the user and reflects the calmness of the mind and body. The aura appears like water, like the gentle waves on a calm beach. It's a flowing force, delicate and precise, yet having enough power to rival the gods of destruction and the universes. It glows and flows different to the Kaioshin, as it's a far superior god technique. But why is the aura so calm? In the manga, Goku said, "My heart is as calm as the gentle streams of Mount Paotsu." Despite being in the most intense battle he'd ever fought, Goku let go of himself and became the calmest ever in a fight. This reminds me of two things. Firstly, a quote by Dennis Waitley: "You always project on the outside how you feel on the inside." And secondly, Goku's circumstance reminds me of when Jesus, the Son of God, was on the earth and crossed the sea with his disciples. Jesus had said, "Let's cross to the other side," but as they were sailing, a great storm suddenly appeared and was sinking the boat. The disciples feared for their lives and ran to Jesus for help, but Jesus was asleep amidst the most life-threatening situation. They awoke him and cried, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" Jesus got up and commanded the winds and the sea to be still, and the storm ended right away. Then Jesus asked them, "Why are you fearful, O you of little faith?" What we understand from this is the peace on the inside of Jesus was greater than the power and the pressure of the storm or any situation, and we understand that what God has said will stand no matter what comes against his word concerning you. Despite the storms of life, we can have faith in God that he will deliver us through them. It may be tough, but God will see us through if we trust in him. If all else has failed you, ask Jesus to help you. In Romans 10 verse 13 it says, "For whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved." In the case of Goku, he wasn't looking to God for his strength, as sadly God doesn't exist in the fanciful world of Dragon Ball. But Goku stopped relying on his brain to analyze everything. Not every thought in our mind is from ourselves. Sometimes an evil force sends us these thoughts, saying for example, "You're rubbish," or "You're a failure," or it tries to make you feel ashamed of your past. We need to realize that those thoughts are not of our own mind, and neither are they from God. They are lies. Goku chose to ignore doubt, fear and pride, and instead fought to save all the others who had put their hope in him. The whole concept of Ultra Instinct is based on the real martial arts principle known as Mushin, mind without mind. Mushin is achieved when the mind is free of thoughts such as anger, fear and especially pride. A Zen master once said, "When a swordsman faces an opponent, he is not to think of himself, his opponent or of his enemy's sword movements. He just stands with his sword, which, forgetful of all technique, is ready only to follow the dictates of the subconscious." Goku couldn't use the Ultra Instinct technique until feelings of his own self were eliminated. Goku didn't doubt he would beat Jiren, and he understood that doubt can destroy your Mushin, according to the words of another famous martial artist. When we look at the manga, Ultra Instinct Sign's aura appears as a barrier too, but one that's angular and not smooth like we see in the anime. In the official Super full colour manga, it's coloured in simply blue, which makes it somewhat similar to Super Saiyan Blue. I'm sure though in the manga the aura would flow like water too, as in the anime. But the drastic difference in appearance is undoubtedly due to artistic differences between Toei and Toyotaro. The manga's differences through Toyotaro could be illustrating three mechanisms of the technique. Firstly, Ultra Instinct physically blocks out external stimuli from interfering with the body. The second mechanism is the angular spikes of the aura sense incoming attacks, and the body instinctively converts these impulses into the most effective counterattack. This may sound far-fetched, but the anime states Goku's body actually acted on its own to summon Ultra Instinct. Therefore, Goku was learning to completely hand over the outcome of the fight to his body. Was it his body alone fighting for him, or was some external force controlling his body? I believe it was his body, because when you do rid yourself of distractions, you do experience an immense focus that can enable you to make great progress, and Goku had this to the nth degree. The third mechanism is the simple form of the aura illustrates the technique is of the gods, without an exaggerated aura and appearance. He is saying the godly powers aren't meant for show, they are reserved for those beings who have eliminated all that's necessary to achieve them, producing a simply coloured aura. If the aura was spectacular and complicated, it may distract the user themselves and cause scorn by the opponent, but a simple appearance doesn't appeal to us as great as we are the audience. Such is the difference between Toei and Toyotaro's interpretation for Ultra Instinct's aura. These three mechanisms make up Ultra Instinct and enable the subconscious body to come to the forefront and move first, bypassing the mindfulness of the brain. Now, let's move on to completed Ultra Instinct. In this final stage of the technique, the user's aura becomes visibly brighter, increasing in intensity and complements the silver hair colour change as we saw in the anime. The purple, white and blue colours remain in the aura as well, and the increase in brightness could denote purity and superiority. At this level, the inefficiencies of sign have been removed and the aura shines out. However, here's where it gets interesting. In the manga, Complete Ultra Instinct doesn't have an aura. The presence of the aura completely disappeared, which perhaps shows the purity of the technique, as angels don't usually have an aura as they are impermanent Ultra Instinct. So Goku's appearance became closer to an angel with the silver hair and without the aura, and the manga rendition is therefore more accurate with the angels than the anime. However, what about Merus? At the time of this recording, the anime episodes haven't come out yet, but interestingly, when fighting Moro with his angel powers, we saw Merus depicted with an aura. He presumably activated the mastered Ultra Instinct to fight Moro, considering how much damage he dealt. Merus' aura had a more jagged shape compared to Goku's angular style, but this is probably purely down to artwork at a later date in Toyotaro's drawing. But consistently, Toyotaro has only drawn an Ultra Instinct sign with an aura, whereas both times Goku uses complete Ultra Instinct, he has no aura. So perhaps on the other hand, Merus was only using sign. This matches up with the shape of the aura, which is like Goku's Ultra Instinct sign. Another point of evidence is Merus looking somewhat fatigued as he's fighting Moro. Why would this be the case if he's using MUI? Mastered Ultra Instinct doesn't have the stamina issues of sign. Perhaps Merus though is an exception, who being a trainee angel hadn't mastered Ultra Instinct fully to the extent Whis and the others had. Furthermore, Merus was forbidden to use his angelic powers, so that means he wasn't using Ultra Instinct at any time. The last question to ask then is, why does Goku have an aura in complete Ultra Instinct in the anime? Well, it's probably for fan service, as it wouldn't be very exciting to have Goku with no aura permanently. Or it could be that when a Saiyan uses it, it naturally looks different than an angel. On a separate note, when Goku uses Ultra Instinct, he has a very different personality, which makes sense due to bypassing the brain. This was why Goku didn't do anything noticeably silly in the fight with Jiren. However, this wasn't continued in the Moro arc, where Goku had finally mastered Ultra Instinct at will. We all remember the time when Goku offered Moro a senzu. This was Goku's body acting instinctively, right?
Nope.
Okay. So is the Moro arc a regression of complete Ultra Instinct for Goku? Goku seemed to think way too much and give way to his feelings, and yet he properly mastered Ultra Instinct to activate it at will. It seems using it at will and being able to think constantly using your brain are two polar opposites. So I feel like it's a regression for Goku and furthermore a contradiction of the laws of the technique itself. Am I missing something here, guys, or did they forget Whis' explanation in the Tournament of Power arc? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. The last video's end of video winner is Ultimate Warriors. Thanks to you, mate, and everyone who watches my videos all the way till the end. It really helps out a lot with the algorithm and trying to get further. And if you made it this far, comment down below #Enders for your chance to get featured at the end of the next video. Thanks guys, and if you enjoyed the video, press that like button and I'll unlock your full potential. No, I really will. And subscribe to expand your knowledge of Dragon Ball and get coverage of Super. And lastly, check out the following videos of mine coming on the end screen. Thanks! Kai Kai!